Okay, guys, so I lost my voice a little bit, or actually a lot. Um, I don't know how. I wasn't even like shouting today. But I was laughing my ass off big time. Um, but anyways, I was watching this video of Orlando Brown talking about panda eyes. Oh man, my voice sounds so raspy. Gosh, I'm gonna be making some hot tea in a bit, so I apologize. But excuse me. So, anyways, I was terrified, mortified, petrified. I don't know. When I saw this video, it was so disturbing, like extremely disturbing, because now it makes me think completely differently, like so differently about that song called Panda from Designer. And you saw who she was with. See, that's like horrifying. Like to imagine people doing that even to like kids, people in general. But like people are saying they don't know if that was real about Orlando Brown having those panda eyes when he was a little kid on the show. I forgot what show that was, but it was on this video, and just makes you kind of think about it made me think about Panda, the song called Panda from Designer, and I haven't heard really any more songs from him. I didn't really follow that song. Mostly the beat was okay, but his voice, his voice is cool, okay. But the repetitiveness of the song, I wasn't really into that song really that much. And I was wondering why were people going so crazy over it. I saw like how people were like so easily persuaded. And I seen this psychology behind music from dating a guy who was a beat maker. Like they have how you want the crowd to go, you can make the beat to the tempo how you want the crowd to get hyped, and that's pretty much what these people are doing. And I'm pretty sure after like finding out about gang stalking, how these people like use that song. If you hear that song playing, that could be code for somebody like trying to traffic or like what they're trying to do or whatever. And back then when that song was being played everywhere, like I remember the energy of certain places, it felt like demonic and crazy, you know. Like, well, where I was at the time, it was in Gresham, Oregon. Excuse me. And so another thing is, oh sorry, the phone went dark. um Basically, yeah, there we go. The phone. So the people who, and don't worry that I don't mind you guys seeing the code, because people can jailbreak phones. The codes don't even matter. I always switch them up anyways. But anyways, that's not important. I don't care. I just said that for people who would be like, oh, now we saw our code. I totally don't mind. I had really important things stolen already from 20 different phones. So excuse me, a lot of data was stolen from me because I had too much proof. So, anyways, I was thinking about celebrities, their jobs, like they signed up for something that they didn't bargain for or that they didn't have in mind. Because I feel like when they signed some of the contracts with some of those companies, even the companies probably do their own business deals within amongst each other, like I'll take this one and you take that one, or we can both make money off of this, like do like a triangle type of deal. Like say for instance, two record labels working together secretly, why they put in two people in competition, and then meanwhile on the back end they're making money like trafficking people and then using the artist to distract, and then also putting it out there in front of people's face, the code words and the stuff that they do behind the scenes with the trafficking, and the trafficking on all levels, whether it be trafficking of drugs or people or their organs, trafficking period. They like put it in your face in songs. That's why like haven't you noticed how the music has become so much more like abusive emotionally and physically, like I should say violent, not abusive but violent, way more violent than it used to. Is like they're trying to promote it. And I thought about this years ago actually, how the people are basically paid to be sellouts and sell the rest of us out at the same time. They're making money off of, like, when you really look at it, yes, celebrities are talented and they're cool when we look at them like just as a person, but on a deeper level, what they're doing is sinister and they're being paid to do it. That's part of the reason why they don't give a you know what. If you really think about it, look at this poor lady. Like, if that's true, what happened with her, like, it's sad because the people are just nonchalantly, casually, like, they have no idea what her night was like, what she was going through, what her month was like. And the thought of this type of stuff happening to people infuriates me to the point it reminded me back when I was younger. I wanted to be someone who is like a search and rescue person who uses my spiritual gifts to go and fight to the death of, not myself though, to the other people, and rescue these people and save them, just to avenge and get back at them for like all the deaths that they sadistically did, and all the people. Because imagine all those souls and those spirits like still trapped here on the earth, wreaking havoc amongst people. Why the world is so evil and wicked, because they're covering this shit up. Just like another video I made when it was being spiritually revealed to me how they trap people's souls here when they do those sacrifices to harvest off the energy. It's like energy harvesting to the max. Not only are you harvesting the energy, if the person has spiritual gifts, you're harvesting the energy of the sacrifice of killing that individual, like in the secretness of it. It's like that in itself gives it power. And then there's some other stuff. I don't want to make this video too long going in like deeper into it, but essentially, like, the people who are in contract law, that's another way that people energy, not people, maybe I should say beings, the powers that were, so to speak, like Mrs. um, Empress Shavi Zane says. I like when she says the powers that be, because it's like she's manifesting that they're no longer were, or are, I should say. So the powers that, instead of saying the powers that be, say the powers that were. Like, we're manifesting that they have lost their power and they are no longer existent. They do not have any power. So I like how she said the powers that were. So the people that are operating, or the beings that operate as the powers that were, their energy harvesting on so many different levels, it goes very, very deep. And people don't think about that, because I could tell the hypnosis of the music that they're doing is keeping you stuck at a certain level in of state of consciousness. And these people, these celebrities that are, they sell their souls. So guess what? Essentially, when they sell their soul, they're selling over their talent. They no longer own what they can do, like what they do with it. Yes, they will have what they want, their riches, they have a I guess the illusion of an easier life, but because it's an illusion of a more luxurious life. But in reality, they're still enslaved, because they don't get to use their talent and be free like they want to be. They have to do what those I was going to say countries. That's strange. I meant to say contracts say. So now when I say countries, that makes me think about a video I watched last night about Turkestan. I gotta go look up that, because that was a country or that I haven't even heard of before. Turkmenistan. some people who listen to this, you know what country I'm trying to say. It's kind of like Turkey, but Turkmenistan. I forget it. I'm not gonna struggle over that right now. Turkmenistan or something like that. Turkey or Turkmenistan. It's not that. I'm so sorry. But anyways, it's that country that doesn't have anybody really there. They have security in the airport, but for what? Because there's nobody there, and there's a allegedly popular pool that when the dude that made the video talking about it, he he and his crew were the only people who were there for it to be popular, and they control everything. This is totally a gang stalking country, probably. No disrespect to them like that. I don't mean to say it in a putting down way, but it seems like it because they said every car has to be white, and there were some other restrictions as well. And everybody there, they have to go with a tour guide. And just imagine who those tour guides are, guys. Let's not even get started on that. But yeah, so I'm going to keep this short, and I do have it where I can set it up on my phone, like other people can as well, where the code doesn't show when you swipe it. So don't worry, I'm not worried about that. I only did that because I was forced, something I was trying to do to monitor something on the black market with my information being on the black market through Google. So they said I had to put a pattern on my phone to bypass one of the verification steps to make sure I was myself when I had to input all of my information, so that this when the scan is being completed, um, then I would be notified if any of that information is found on the black market, which I'm sure it's there. Okay, I'm cooking at the same time. But so yeah, guys, I just mostly made this as something for people to think about. Like, I know us being gang stalked, this is a big part of the reason why it is, because we expose stuff like this that they don't want being exposed, but they might as well, I get it. They not backing down because they have to put up some sort of fight. They can't, they're narcissistic. They can't let their power be taken away from them. But once the Most High say something is over, it's finished, baby. Ain't shit y'all can do about it. Ain't nothing that can be done to stop it. So that's it for now, y'all. And really quick, and you see this guy? I'm hoping somebody can pick up on what I'm trying to. Excuse me. And that's the part I wanted to say. She was very specific to say before he got arrested. He was talking about that. So pay attention to that. Like, they be setting shit up so that people can they probably set it up where it made it. They probably arrested him for some stuff he didn't even did. Something that he did not even do. And then made some shit up so they can arrest him and torture him in there, or put him on punishment, like grounding him for speaking out about that, especially because he's in the industry. So yeah, be careful with those contracts, people, when you sell your soul, because you're not as free as you think you are.